So it's a public holiday in Nigeria and in many countries around the world. The markets are closed for the Christmas holiday. A warm welcome to all our viewers from Nigeria and around the world. This is Channels Television Business Incorporated. I am Bosin Amofaye. Coming up in the next 30 minutes, the International Monetary Fund paints a gloomy picture of crude oil market, says the black gold would sell at $20 per barrel in 2016. Also on the program, the chief executive of the financial derivatives company, Mr. Bismarck Rwani, joining us to discuss how the wealth of the African continent is being looted. And later on the program, the Statistician General of the Bureau of Statistics, Dr. Yemi Kale, discusses Nigeria's Purchasing Managers Index. Now let's get started with the IMF predicting that the crude oil prices may slump to as low as $20 a barrel in 2016. Now that is not good news for oil exporting countries like Nigeria. According to the IMF Executive Board 2015 Article 4 consultation just concluded with Iran, the IMF says the price of crude oil could decline between $5 and $15 a barrel next year. As of Thursday, the price of crude in the international market averaged $37 a barrel. On December the 17th, the price fell to $36 a barrel. At $20, as predicted by the IMF, Nigeria will generate $16.06 billion next year. That will result in about 47.4% less revenue from oil than what is projected in the 2016 appropriations, adding more pressure to the country's needs to go borrow it in the next fiscal year. The Buhari's government had based the 2016 budget on a benchmark oil price of $38 per barrel. So if the IMF prediction comes true, there won't be any buffer for the budget. Now, gas proceeds from Nigeria's liquefied natural gas, what they call the NLNG, and others have dropped by 50.2% from $169.728 million in January this year. This is according to the latest data from the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. The NNPC places gas proceeds from the NLNG, Escravos gas to liquid, natural gas liquids, and N-gas in October at $84.575 million. These translate to 18.9% contribution to the Federation account, compared with 31.21% contribution of gas into the Federation account in the month of September. The dip in gas revenue was partly as a result of the sustained decline in global natural gas prices since 2014 and the increased supply in the market. From a peak of $6 per million British thermal unit last year, the natural gas price has fallen to $1.98 per MBTU this year. The NLNG had recently warned that its revenue was being threatened at the international market amid the fall in global oil prices. So, it's a three-day holiday here in Nigeria. We started yesterday. That will hold until Monday or Tuesday morning when the doors will reopen on Broad Street. The Nigerian government declared Thursday, Friday 25th and Monday as public holidays in commemoration of one, the Eid al-Maulud, and the Christmas celebration, respectively. The stock exchange, oil share index, and the market capitalization up 1.26% in a last-minute rally before Christmas, ending yesterday's closing at 26,871 and 9.238 trillion naira, respectively. 26 equities appreciated in price during the three-day week. That was led by Unity Bank, a small-cap lender, with 28.77%. Skybank followed with 18.7%, and E-Transact with 14.70%. 27 equities depreciated in price. That's topped by PZ Cousins with this category, 7.18%. Fitson, a healthcare company, and Avon Crown, an industrial manufacturing, light manufacturing, lost 6.72% and 4.61% each. Meanwhile, a turnover of 743.1 million shares worth 6.5 billion naira was recorded in 8,000 325 deals in the week. By these investors contracting that with a total of 1.4 billion shares exchanged in the full previous week. So we're talking Christmas. Might be a merry one for millions of residents. Might not be a really merry one for millions of residents in Nigeria. Of course, you know what's happening. The Naira has hit new lows in the country's 55-year history. Oil prices, however, continue to fall, and the central bank tries to curb FX demand to conserve the dwindling foreign reserves, which is down 14.6% year to date.
High food prices and the plummeting Naira are likely to hamper this year's Christmas celebrations in Nigeria. Many traders and residents in cities like Lagos and Abuja say they are facing a bleak Christmas. The Naira fell to a record low of 280 to the dollar last week after the central bank advised commercial banks to limit how much customers could spend abroad using their debit cards. Eze Lilian, a trader based in Abuja, bemoaned a lack of adequate sales this year.
Oh my goodness, this is the worst ever Christmas that we ever witnessed. This is my 5th year in making hampers here. This is the worst Christmas we ever experienced.
Plunging oil revenues, which make up 90% of Nigeria's foreign currency earnings and more than half of the government's income, have hit public finances and the Naira, leaving businesses struggling to get dollars. Nigeria's central bank was forced to devalue the Naira in November as oil prices continue to decline. But according to economist Bismarck Rwani, the Naira might find its true value in the first quarter of 2016.
Because we have visiting friends and relatives who have come back, who have brought their dollars in, and that is what has made the market, the Naira, to appreciate a little bit. But that's not sustainable. The reality is that the Naira has to find its true value very soon. I suspect sometime in the first quarter.
Jessica Jechira runs a jewelry and crafts store in Abuja.
I've not seen anything because Christmas you see many people in the market, you see people bringing children, you see old people, you see young people in the market. Plenty, the market will be filled up, but see how the market is, it's so scanty. See our shop, there's no people. But last year Christmas, people was much. The market was, you know that yes, something is happening. There's something going on, but this year, seriously, there's no money. Abuja resident Noyelum Ejibo said she could cut back on her spending but would still celebrate the holiday.
There is no money in the economy, but life goes on. For this Christmas, I'm here to shop for my staff just to make sure I get them something for Christmas. But people are not shopping the way they used to buy, shop before. You don't see people buying clothes and buying cows and stuff. I think everyone is trying to manage and at the same time make Christmas worth the while.
A sign of the tough times this year, elaborate Christmas lights decorations, which usually dot highways and business intersections in Lagos and Abuja, have only been put up by private companies.
Still to come on Business Incorporated, we take a look at how the wealth of African continent, resource countries in particular, has been looted over the years. That's the looting machine. Join us after the break for a conversation of where the billions are gone.